So we'll start our session. MCQ अभी हम start करेंगे.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it
Participants, it's
visible?
like a mock exam. It's like a mock
No.
exam.
For
You please test your
for
knowledge.
technical people, this will be the उन लोगों का examination standard पे है. For technical people, examination standard only. But some tricky questions will be there. You have to analyze the question. आप question सही से पढ़िए, 2-3 बार पढ़िए, बाद में आंसर कर लीजिए. So you note down all your answers on a piece of paper with pen or something. Right, put question number and the answer, that is A or B or C or D. So first question is joining time admissible on request transfer where distance between the new station to where transferred and old station is 2001 kilometer is dash dash. कितना दिन का ज्वाइनिंग टाइम मिलता है ऑन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ग्राउंड ट्रांसफर पे फॉर द डिस्टेंस ऑफ मोर देन 2000 किलोमीटर्स. Then encashment of leave admissible under Rule 540A of R1 cannot be availed by a railway servant during. Right? Encashment of leaves हम कब नहीं ले सकते? Under which rule we are not eligible for this encashment of leave? You need not to text the answers, right? आप आंसर लिख लीजिए. मैं पहले ही बताया था क्वेश्चंस आर लिटिल बिट ट्रिकी, राइट? आप you have to prepare like this. Under the provisions of which article of the Constitution railway servants discipline and appeal rules have been made? Who is competent to impose the penalty of compulsory retirement, removal or dismissal from service? Removal from service, dismissal from service, compulsory retirement from railway service करने के लिए कौन सा अथॉरिटी कॉम्पिटेंट है? Options are controlling officer, disciplinary authority, appointing authority, department head. So, what is maximum period for which a minor penalty of withholding of increment can be imposed? What is the maximum period for which a minor penalty of withholding of increment can be imposed? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years? Which standard form is used for revocation of suspension order? एम्प्लॉय को सस्पेंशन से रिवोक करने के लिए कौन सा स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म यूज करना है? स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म 2, स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म 3, स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म 4, स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म 6. Which railway service conduct rule 1966 prohibits a railway servant to participate in any demonstration which is prejudicial to the security of the state? कौन सा conduct rules प्रिवेंट करता है रेलवे एम्प्लॉय को डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन में पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए अगेंस्ट द सिक्योरिटी ऑफ द स्टेट? रूल नंबर 5, रूल नंबर 6, रूल नंबर 7, रूल नंबर 8. For how much amount can a railway servant accept gifts from the person not having official dealings on occasions such as weddings, anniversaries, etc., who is holding a group A pose. So not exceeding 50,000, not exceeding 25,000, not exceeding 15,000, not exceeding 7,500. Who is competent to grant upper age relaxation in making appointments on compassionate ground to a candidate under consideration for offer of a post in level 6 of 7th CPC payments. General Manager, PHOD, DRM, Railway Board. So powers to relax lower age limit up to 1 year in case of a candidate under consideration for appointment on sports quota rests with PHOD, DRM, GM, Railway Board. In case of minor son or daughter, application for appointment on compassionate ground should be submitted within dash period from the date of attaining majority. अगर किसी माइनर चिल्ड्रन पे नाम से कुछ हम ये कर लिया है, राइट, वी हैव registered for CG appointment before majority, within how many years they should approach the competent authority for consideration CG appointment? 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. Who is competent to fix the initial pay of a candidate appointed on compassionate grounds at a stage higher than that normally admissible under the rules if the same warrant? DRM, PHOD, GM, President. And what is the percentage of recruitment of staff nurse, direct recruitment of staff nurses? 50%, 60%, 75, 100%. Staff nurse DR quota कितना percentage है? And total number of RRBs in India is कितना RRBs है across the India? How many RRBs are there? And who is the competent authority to approve the recruitment under Scouts and Guides quota? PCPO, President Scouts and Guides Association, DGHR, Railway Board, or General Manager? Which body in board has control over all RRBs? रेलवे रिक्रूटमेंट बोर्ड्स को कौन कंट्रोल किया जाता है? Second appeal to the Central Information Commission or State Information Commission can be preferred by the applicant within dash days from the date on which the decision was given or should have been. So second appeal करने के लिए फर्स्ट appellate authority disposal के बाद कितना दिन का टाइम मिलता है? Within how many days he should approach the Central Information Commission? 30, 45, 60, 90 days. So Central Information Commissioner shall be appointed for a term of dash years from the
Recording stopped.
date on which he enters upon his office or till he attains the age of dash years, whichever is earlier. Central Information Commission कितना साल के लिए अपॉइंट होता है और कितना एज तक वो पोस्ट होल्ड कर सकता है? maximum tenure of the post, and at up to what age. So annual pension adalat are held normally on एनुअल पेंशन अदालत हम कब कंडक्ट करते हैं? 10th दिसंबर, 15th अक्टूबर, 15th दिसंबर और 10th अक्टूबर. Vivos, that is interview, is allowed in selection for which category? Law assistant, junior engineer, pharmacist and SSC. कौन सा पोस्ट को हम वाइवावोस कंडक्ट करते हैं? Teaching allowance for the instructors working in zonal training institutes is dash percentage of basic pay. टीचिंग अलाउंस जोनल ट्रेनिंग सेंटर्स में जो लोग काम कर रहे हैं उन लोगों को हम कितना परसेंट ऑफ द बेसिक पे शुड बी पेड एज टीचिंग ट्रेनिंग अलाउंस और टीचिंग अलाउंस? 10%, 12%, 15, 24. What is the ceiling of basic pay for entitlement of NDA? NDA पे करने के लिए सीलिंग लिमिट क्या है? नाइट ड्यूटी अलाउंस पे करने के लिए व्हाट इज द सीलिंग? SBF scheme is functional on Indian Railways from which year? 1931, 1913, 1935, 1905. SBF, Staff Benefit Fund Scheme, is functional on Indian Railways from which date? The period of study leave shall be counted for. स्टडी लीव किस चीज के लिए काउंट किया जाता है? पेंशन देने के लिए, सीनियरिटी काउंट करने के लिए, बोथ ए एंड बी, नन ऑफ द अबव. Who is competent authority to sanction study leave out of India to the gazetted officer? Gazetted officer को out of India study leave देने के लिए कौन competent authority है? General manager, PHOD, SDGM and Railway Board. So premature retirement from service, that is 56J fundamental rule, can be done under which rule provisions? कौन सा रूल के हिसाब से हम रेलवे सर्वेंट्स का प्रीमेच्योर रिटायरमेंट कर सकते हैं? 56J के. It is 1802, 1804 of IREC Volume 1 or IREC Volume 2, IREM Volume 1 or IREM Volume 2. What is the minimum qualifying service required to qualify for medical benefits under the Retired Employees Liberalized Health Scheme? Minimum service कितना रहना है to qualify for the RELHS under 1997? So maximum members allowed on privilege pass when the dependents are included in a pass. हम कितना maximum members को अले कर सकते हैं, right? When the dependent is included in your pass. 4, 5, 6, no limit. The upper age limit for claiming reimbursement of children's education allowance in the case of normal children is, अगर नॉर्मल बच्चा है उसको हम चिल्ड्रन एजुकेशन अलाउंस लेने के लिए व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम एज लिमिट? अप टू 18 years, 20 years or till passing 12th class, whichever is earlier, till the time of passing class 12 or 22 years. When a railway servant proceeds on duty for 8 hours beyond 7 kilometers from his her headquarters, what is the rate at which she will claim traveling allowance? अगर कोई एम्प्लॉई 7 किलोमीटर बियॉन्ड 7 किलोमीटर गया है, राइट, देन ही इज एलिजिबल फॉर what percentage of 8 hours beyond 7 7 kilometers, then what is the percentage of rate of percentage of this is traveling allowance is eligible? So what is the percentage of additional pension that is granted to a retired railway employee who attains 90 years of age? 90 years of एज आने के बाद पेंशनर को हम कितना परसेंट एडिशनल पेंशन एडिशनल क्वांटम ऑफ पेंशन पे कर रहे हैं? 20% ऑफ बेसिक पे, 30% ऑफ बेसिक पे, 40% ऑफ बेसिक पे, 50% ऑफ बेसिक पे, राइट? What is the minimum qualifying service required to become eligible for retirement gratuity? Retirement gratuity पाने के लिए एम्प्लॉय कितना साल का सर्विस करना पड़ेगा? 5 years, 20, 10 years, 20 years, or 2 years? If the number of vacancies are 5, the total number of candidates to be called for a trade test should be equal to 5 वैकेंसीज असेस किया है हम ट्रेड टेस्ट के लिए, कितना लोगों को हम बुलाना पड़ेगा? 15 लोग, 10 लोग, 5 लोग, 25, 25? For selections, vacancies are calculated on the basis of existing vacancies in the cadre plus those anticipated during the next dash months. For selections, vacancies are calculated on the basis of existing vacancies in the cadre plus those anticipated during the next dash months. Anticipation of vacancies for the non-gazetted selections. So psychological aptitude tests are used for the recruitment of which of the following categories? हम कौन सा कैटेगरी अपॉइंटमेंट के लिए aptitude test, that psychological aptitude test shall be conducted? The minimum qualifying marks for SC/ST employees in departmental selection for safety posts is dash percentage. SC/ST एम्प्लॉय के लिए डिपार्टमेंटल सेलेक्शंस में कितना नंबर लाना पड़ेगा उन लोगों को? 60, 50, 55, 40 फॉर द सेफ्टी पोस्ट, सेफ्टी कैटेगरी पोस्ट. After retirement, a railway employee who settles down at a place which is less than 20 kilometers away from his last place of working is entitled for dash percentage of basic pay as a CTC. अगर कोई एम्प्लॉय रिटायरमेंट के बाद राइट लेस देन 20 किलोमीटर्स बिलो में वो अगर सेटल हुआ है आफ्टर हिज रिटायरमेंट, देन व्हाट इज द परसेंटेज ऑफ सीटीसी शैल बी पेड टू दैट रिटायर्ड एम्प्लॉय? What is the maximum amount of LAP that can be granted to a regular employee in one spell subject to availability in his leave account? हम कितना दिन का LAP मैक्सिमम सैंक्शन कर सकते हैं? 2 साल, 120 days, 360 days, 180 days. Short of in the case of continuous employees means a period of rest which is less than dash hours, and in case of essentially independent workers less than dash hours. Short of का मतलब right in case of continuous employees and in case of EI workers क्या है? It is less than dash hours and dash hours, that is 8, 6, 10, 10, 10, 8 or 12, 10. If the family of a railway employee who dies while in service may be allowed to retain the existing railway quarters for a period of dash months on payment of dash, right? अगर कोई in service से death हो गया एम्प्लॉय का, he is eligible for how much period of retention of a railway quarter for on payment of normal rent or double the normal rent something, right? 8 months normal rent, 12 months normal rent, 24 months normal rent, 24 months double the normal rent. Who heads the personal department on Indian Railways? Indian Railways में रेलवे बोर्ड में पर्सनल डिपार्टमेंट कौन हैंडल करता है? पीसीपीओ, जनरल मैनेजर, DGHR, CRB, and CEO. For sanction of SBA, normally a railway servant is permitted to construct a house at a cost not exceeding dash times of basic pay, or on condition that the maximum cost of construction is rupees dash. And the last question, the present rate of interest for SBA and computer advance is dash percentage. Right? Total 43 questions are there. Now we will go 2 minute break ले लेंगे, इसके बाद हम we will analyze all the answers and everything. Right? Before that, I am sharing this document in your groups also. So आप अगर किसी को कुछ डाउट है तो ये डॉक्यूमेंट को आप रेफर करके Okay, now we will see the answers of questions by one. चलो, first question is based on the
Recording in progress.
ये जैनिंग टाइम पे क्वेश्चन है, right? Here the question itself is saying on one request. On request, 2001 kilometer away, right? Nil days, right? On request, only joining time is admissible only. Right? Admissible only on administrative ground transfer. Right? Here the question says that it is a request transfer beyond 2001 kilometer. So nil days. Right? So only joining time कब मिलता है? Only administrative ground transfer पे मिलता है. So within municipality where change of residence is not involved, right? Involved 1 day. Change of residence is not involved within the municipality 1 day, and up to 1,000 kilometers. Up to 1,000 kilometers, it is 10 days, right? And up to 2,000 kilometers. Up to 2,000 kilometers है तो हम दे देंगे 12 days. And above 2,100, 2,000, about 2,000 kilometers, right? It is 15 days. But in case of air, right? In case of air, maximum is, right, 12 days one. Okay. So this is about the joining time. And not availed, unavailed joining time, joining period, unavailed joining period, joining time will be credited to LAPL, right? unavailed joining period will be credited to LAP account. So this is about the joining time. Pura, right? You will cover entire joining time. And the joining time, right? Joining time and joining time cannot be combined with vacation leave, right? जो स्कूल स्टाफ है दिया जाता ना vacation or any LAP or LHAP, okay? You cannot come. And recent railway board instructions is that, right? Recent instructions of railway board or recent clarification of railway board is that if employee relieved on the day before the holiday, right? Example, so the holidays, right? The holidays will be counted as joining time also, joining time only, right? So example is that अगर कोई एक employee he is working in office, right? Where 5 days working office में काम कर रहा है, right? And he relieved on Friday. So the immediate holidays, that is Saturday and Sunday, will count as joining time only, right? So this is about the joining time period ka. And encashment of leave admissible under so and so cannot be availed by a railway servant during dash LAP, LHAP, CL or CCL. So answer is CCL.
Yeah, sir, records are 990 crossed.
Huh?
Today,
Okay.
today's audience 990 crossed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sir.
thank you, sir.
Thank you. So CCL, during CCL period, they cannot avail the encashment of leave salary. Encashment of leave salary करने के लिए conditions, right? Conditions are that we are eligible for 60 days in entire service. In entire service, हम 60 days LAP can be encashed, right? We can maximum 60 days LAP in entire service, 6 times, right? 6 times, that is 10 days every time, 10 days each time, right? So 10 days each time after availing the encashment of leave salary, right? Minimum balance must be 30 days remain, right? And for this availing this encashment pass, right? And one more thing, need not to be booked, need not to be traveled, right? Pass up, you have to avail any pass or PTO, right? ऐसा नहीं है कि you need not to perform the journey, need not to book the ticket और परफॉर्म दी जर्नी, आप परफॉर्म करने का जरूरत नहीं है, ओके? नीड नॉट टू बुक द टिकट एंड परफॉर्म द जर्नी, पास ऑन TTO and any one day of leave, at least 1 day leave must be there. Leave.
Yes, sir, first time 1000 crossed, sir. 1000 reached.
Okay.
This is first time, sir.
Oh, we
Yeah,
have
please
to.
check 1K, sir.
Yes, sir. We have to
Great.
take another. अब लाइसेंस बढ़ाना पड़ेगा.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. At least 1 day leave लेना है, but should not be RH and CCL, right? इन दोनों के अलावा even joining time also, joining time will not be treated as a leave. You should not avail any RH or CCL and not necessary for the running staff. Running staff leave लेने का कोई जरूरत ही नहीं है. So we will maximum 60 days LAP in entire service, 6 times 10 days each, right? 10 days each in blocks, in 2 years blocks है, in 2 years blocks. ये blocks कैसा किया जाता है? First block will start on, right, 1/9/2008. ये 1/9/2008 का मतलब है that was the implementation date of 6th CPC. This is introduced during the 6th CPC only. So up to 31/8/2010. And the second block will start immediately on 1/9/2010 and it ends on 31/8/2012. And the third block will start on, right, so 1/9/2012 and ends on 31/8/2014, so etc. right? ऐसा हम ब्लॉक बना के ईच ब्लॉक में आप एक एक बार ले सकते हैं, right? 6 times, that is 10 days each in 2 years block, right? That the 2-year blocks will start like this, right? So this is about the encashment of leave salary while in service. ये पूरा आपको encashment of leave salary का पूरा सब्जेक्ट यहाँ मिल गया है. And who is competent authority to impose the penalty of compulsory retirement or removal from service, dismissal? It is a disciplinary authority, right? So only disciplinary authority can impose you any penalty, that is compulsory retirement or removal from service or dismissal from service, this thing, okay? And the definition of appointing authority is different and disciplinary authority is different. Disciplinary authority का आपको annexer to the railway servants discipline and appeal rules 1968 का annexer में आपको मिलता है किस, in which situation the officer will become the disciplinary authority, and appointing authority is different, right? Appointing authority different है, disciplinary authority different है. Appointing authority, right, as per right, as per model SOP, right, level 1 पोस्ट के लिए अच्छा, वी हैव स्किप्ड आई थिंक, हाँ, थर्ड क्वेश्चन स्किप हो गया है. अंडर द प्रोविजंस ऑफ विच आर्टिकल ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन रेलवे सर्वेंट्स डी एंड ए रूल्स हैव बीन मेड? द आंसर इज 309, राइट? ये क्या हो रहा, राइट? आर्टिकल 309 बताया जाएगा आपको, राइट? आर्टिकल 309 says that, right, president in case of central and governor in case of state government, right, can make the service rules for their employees, right? So whatever the rules, like abhi leave rules, conduct rules, right? Okay, all these things, जहां जहां rules बताया जाता है, these all rules will be made by the President of India under the article 309 only, right? So 309, article 309 provides the that president and governors can make the rules for their government employees working under their control. So appointing authority for the level 1 and level 2 right? Level 2, only technicians or artisans, right? For these people, appointing authority is junior scale officer. Junior scale officer will act as a appointing authority. Level 3 to level 5. Level 3 to level 5, senior scale officer is the appointing authority. And level 6 and above, right? Non-guested. Level 6 and above, non-guested. For them, JAG officer is the appointing authority. And group B officers, right? Group B officers के लिए appointing authority is the general manager. And for group A officers, right? President of India is the appointing authority. President of India is the appointing authority for the group A officers. Right. Then what is the maximum period for which a minor penalty of withholding of increment can be imposed? So the answer is 3 years, right? हम 3 years तक हम कर सकते हैं, right? So if you go through the rule number 6 of RSDR rules, right? Rule number 6 of the Railway Servants Discipline and Appeal Rules 1968, right, speaks about the right minor and major penalties, right? So as per minor penalties, we can impose, right? We can impose the minor penalty of not more than 3 years, without cumulative effect. हम कर सकते हैं, that is maximum 3 years. Minor penalty without conducting the inquiry. Then which standard form is used for revocation of suspension order, right? Revocation of suspension order के लिए हम कौन सा standard form use करना है? So this is standard form 4 है, right? ये standard form आप लोग by heart नहीं करना है, right? You
Sir,
know
please increase the view page, sir. Page view.
yes sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you know the procedure for imposition of major penalty, right? Major penalty procedure for imposition of major penalty आप पढ़ लिया है, नहीं तो आपको मालूम है. Then the remembering this standard forms of this thing is very very easy, right? इसमें आप देख लीजिए procedure for imposition of major penalty. Major penalty normally starts with suspension. अगर एम्प्लॉय है तो हम सस्पेंशन में डालेंगे. सस्पेंशन इज नॉट ए पेनाल्टी. पहले इट इज नॉट ए पेनाल्टी. हम सस्पेंशन में कब डालते हैं? व्हेन द इंटीग्रिटी ऑफ द एम्प्लॉय इज इन डाउट, राइट? इंटीग्रिटी ऑफ द एम्प्लॉय इज in question mark, right? Question mark. Or if the employee feels that he is done something mistake, then can be placed by the disciplinary authority can place an employee under suspension. So suspension, then अगर employee है तो deemed suspension करेंगे, नहीं तो, right? If employee is under deemed suspension, right? If employee is under trial or custody, right, or imprisonment, किसी को जेल हो गया है, imprisonment for exceeding 48 hours. 48 hours से ज्यादा है तो, if the employee is under the custody, right, or under trial or custody or imprisonment, it means he is not under your control. He is under the control of police or any other authority, right? If it is exceeds more than 48 hours, then the employee will be placed under deemed suspension, right? So सस्पेंशन करने के बाद हम उसको दे देंगे, सही, subsistence allowance देना है. During the suspension employee is eligible for the subsistence allowance, right? Subsistence allowance, right, not less than 50% of basic pay of the employee before placing him under suspension, right? ओके, इसके बाद हम subsistence allowance देने के लिए we'll call him non-employment certificate. We'll call the employee from non-employment certification देना पड़ेगा उसको. Okay, then employee will be revoked from service, revoked from suspension, right? So then we'll issue the charge sheet, right? चार्ज शीट इश्यू करने के बाद he may request to inspect the original documents, right? He may inspect for the original documents, right? Then we will conduct the inquiry. हम इंक्वायरी कंडक्ट करेंगे. इन इंक्वायरी we will nominate the presenting officer को nominate करेंगे. Then sometimes we conduct the common inquiry. अगर एक से दो लोग ज्यादा लोग है तो then we'll conduct common inquiry, and common presenting officer भी रहता है, right? Presenting officer. And if it is approved, then if it is not approved, that it is not intense of that misgrave or misconduct is not much intensive, then we may impose the minor penalty, right? So if you know the procedure for imposition of this major penalty, so suspension is standard form number 1, right? अगर एम्प्लॉय आपके पास है तो हम सस्पेंशन करेंगे, नहीं तो डीमोड सस्पेंशन करेंगे. वो हमारा सस्पेंशन SF1, SF2 deemed suspension, non-employment certificate. It is a non-employment certificate is SF3, and revocal from service suspension is the standard form number 4, and issue of a major charge sheet SF5, right? And refusal for inspection of documents, refusal to inspect the original documents SF6, right? And SF7 हो गया nomination of inquiry officer, nomination of inquiry officer हो गया SF7, right? And nomination of presenting officer. What is this presenting officer? Inquiry officer means he is a neutral judge between, right, between charged official, charged employee and disciplinary authority, right? He is a neutral judge between charged employee and disciplinary authority. And presenting officer, he is nothing but custodian of the, right, records, disciplinary records, disciplinary charge sheet or record, right? Disciplinary records. Normally it will be nominated in vigilance or CBI cases only, right? Most probably in vigilance as well as CBI cases only. So this is about the SF8 and SF9 is deleted. SF9 is deleted, and SF10 में फिर कॉमन इंक्वायरी में नॉमिनेशन ऑफ इंक्वायरी ऑफिसर, नॉमिनेशन ऑफ इंक्वायरी ऑफिसर इन कॉमन प्रोसीडिंग्स, राइट। अगर कॉमन प्रोसीडिंग्स कुछ एक्सीडेंट हो गया, डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स आर इन्वॉल्व, देन दिस इज SF10A, right? And nomination of presiding officer 10B, right? Nomination of presiding officer, presenting officer, sorry, presenting officer, presenting officer in common, and SF11 हो गया आपका minor penal, right? So if you know the procedure for imposition of major penalty, right? Major penalty will start normally. It is not mandatory, but normally it will start from the suspension. Then okay, then it will be deemed suspension. If employee is available, suspension. If employee is not available, it is a deemed suspension. Then SF3 for non-employment certification, SF4 revocal, SF5 major and refusal to inspect the documents, and nomination of inquiry officer, presenting officer, again nomination of common proceedings, nomination of presenting officer. SF11 is the minor penalty charge sheet. These are the standard forms for the remembrance of standard forms. Which of the railway servant conduct rules 66 prohibit a participate in it is rule number 7, right? So as a railway servant, we cannot participate in any demonstration which is prejudicial to the state security of the India, right? As per the conduct rules, always India is the first, your state is the first, then only your this thing, okay? So rule number 7 uh, prohibits a railway servant to participate in any demonstration like rally, gheravs or anything if it is against the security of the India. And for how much amount can a railway servant accept gifts from the person not having official dealings on occasions such as weddings, anniversaries, etc., who is holding a group A post? Here the question itself is a ambiguity question, right? A question ka answer, right? So this is ambiguity, right? Gifts ka बारे में, right? Gifts under conduct rules, conduct rules में gift का बारे में हमको rule number 13 speaks about the gifts. Rule number 13 speaks about the gifts, right? So no gifts shall be accepted by the railway servants. If any functions are there where they taking and giving gifts are normal, right? Any functions, right? Like anniversaries or marriages or birthday or something. So we can accept the gifts, right? So in acceptance of these gifts also, two things are there. First one is that acceptance of gifts from the near relatives like father, mother, or brother, sister, or uncle, or anything, right? With whom we don't railway servant have any official dealing, right? ये एक ये हो गए. And the acceptance of gift, another one thing is that acceptance of gift from the relatives or friends, right? relatives or friends with whom railway servant have official deal. These are the two conditions, two type of people we can accept the gifts at the marriages or any religious functions or something. So while accepting the gifts, acceptance of gifts from the near relatives with whom railway servant have no official dealings, right? No official dealings. Then we can accept group A officer can accept up to the gift of 25,000, right? And group B officer can accept the gift up to the 15,000 rupees. And group C person can accept the gifts of 7,500, right? This is one condition. And another one is acceptance of gifts from the relatives, friends, right? Relatives, friends with whom railway servant have the official dealings, right? अगर किसी के वो हम official dealing है, right? उसके बाद आप ग्रुप ए और ग्रुप बी ऑफिसर can accept the gift of 5,000 worth on, right? And group C employees can accept the gifts of 2,000 rupees, right? Right, 2,000 now, right? So this is the acceptance of gifts of the by the railway servant with the person no official dealing and with the person having the official dealings. These are the limits for the acceptance of gifts by the railway servant. So who is the competent authority? Offer an appointment. So age relaxation for offer the appointment. It is the DRM is the competent authority to make the employment. General manager is the competent authority to make an employee, right, with age relaxation to the level 6, right? Up to level 5, DRM is the competent authority. Level 6 and above, it should go to general manager for appointing this thing. And powers to relax lower age limit up to 1 year in case of candidate under consideration for appointment on sports quota. So sports quota appointment ke liye, right? Relaxation of age, relaxations of age relaxation. This is only in talent scouting quota only, talent scouting, right? So sports appointments will be made, right? Sports appointments will be made against talent scouting. Talent scouting is 60% and open advertisement mein, right? Open advertisement it is 40%. So talent scouting will be made through, right? Talent scouting 60% made through, right? RSPB, Railway Sports Promotional Board, through RSPB. Age relaxation and educational qualification, right? Age relaxation either lower or higher also, and educational qualification relaxation can be made by railway board, right? Can be made by railway board and no trials हम नहीं conduct करेंगे, right? No trials will be there. So for open advertisement, right, age must be 18 to 25 years and no relaxation in age and educational qualification. कोई relaxation नहीं दिया जा सकता है for this. So right, So railway board is the competent authority for relaxation of age in case of open advertisement only. In case of in case of talent scouting only. In open advertisement, no age relaxation, right? And for scouts and guides and cultural quota, right? No reservation benefits. जो SC/ST benefit रहता ना, no reservation benefits except, right? So except this fee exemption, right? Exam fee exemption रहता है. बट कल्चरल एंड स्काउट्स कोटा इन दोनों के लिए एज रिलैक्सेशन इज आल्सो देयर. जा रहा है, right? Only this scouts and guides age relaxation is there, but in sports there is no age relaxation and no reservation benefits for this. CG अपॉइंटमेंट के लिए रिजर्वेशन लागू नहीं होता है. स्पोर्ट्स अपॉइंटमेंट्स, स्काउट्स एंड गाइड्स एंड कल्चरल कोटा में देयर इज नो दिस थिंग. And in case of minor son or daughter, application for appointment on compassionate grounds, they should approach within 2 years, right? After attaining the age of majority, the ward should approach the competent authority within 2 years. Otherwise, that case shall be referred to general manager. Then who is competent to fix the initial pay of a candidate appointed on compassionate grounds at a stage higher than the normal admissible? It is the railway board actually. Railway board is the competent authority, right? No employee without the approval of the railway board can be appointed with the other than initial pay, higher pay. And what is the percent of direct recruitment? Staff nurse में staff nurse it is 100% DR quota only. Staff nurse only one category where we recruit 100% through DR quota only. And total number of RRBs in India is 21. And whereas this RRCs, total RRCs in India is 16, right? So RRB is 21, RRCs in India 16, right? And this RRB works under the control of RRCB, right? Railway Recruitment Control Board. Railway Recruitment Control Board with the administrative control of head of chairman, right? Chairman RRB. Whereas this RRB works under the administrative control of general manager, general manager bar PCP, right? And headed by chairman RRs. So chairman RRB normally is a SA grade officer, and chairman RRC will be a right J grade officer. Normally personal department, right? Personal department. So this is the RRBs and RRCs across the Indian Railways. Who is the competent authority to recruit for approve the recruitment under scouts and guides quota? It is the general manager, right? General manager will approve the scouts and guides, even and cultural quota also. Cultural quota and open advertisement Sports also. Sports quota appointees also will be appointed by, approved by, proceedings will be approved by the general manager. And these scouts and guides, cultural quota, this open advertisement to sports quota, these all are based on the financial year, right? Financial year. If no recruitment done within that financial year, right, it will be lapsed, right? So quota is scouts and guides का quota हमारे पास. Every year we recruit, right, two group C employees, right, per zone, plus two group D, that is level 1, right? Group D, erstwhile group D, that is level 1 for each division. Each division को हम recruit करते हैं. And cultural quota, right? Cultural quota, it is two group C per zone. Every year we appoint two group C per zone. So which body control it is? RRCB हम already discuss किया है. And the second appeal to the Central Information Commission, the State Information Commission can be preferred, right? So this is RTI question है. RTI Act 2005 with effect from, right, 12/10/2020 2005, right, 12/10/2005 से लागू है. So as per RTI Act, time limits, right? Time limits for disposal of RTI cases, right? So application, right? Application, right, should be disposed